Welcome to Success in Business. This is where a panel of experts come together to share our wisdom with you. We're so happy to be here, and our topic today is motivation. We'd like to welcome our group, Angelina.
Hi, I'm Angelina.
And Karina.
Happy Saturday, Karina.
And Patria.
Hi, everyone.
And I'm Stacy McPherson. So we're going to briefly introduce ourselves, and we'll start with Angelina.
Okay, I'm Angelina. I'm from Hawaii and I do taxes and it's tax season and I'm super excited. I'm super excited to be able to meet new people that is coming up and I really love the relationships and the people that I meet. And so it really inspires me when I meet people to be different, to kind of be more aware of other people and how we communicate and how we live our lives together. So I'm really excited and I'm glad to be here with all of you.
Thank you, Angelina. Karina.
Hello, everyone. My name is Karina. I'm the founder and the senior managing partner of the Benz Group. And our focus is to build financial freedom for our investors and clients through real estate investment in one of the most hottest markets, which is South Florida. It's beautiful, it's sunshine, and a lot of opportunities. And thank you for having us.
Thank you. And Patria.
Hello, everyone. I'm Patria Leone. I'm the CEO and founder of Health for Wealth. I'm a health strategist, teaching people to live at their optimal level of health and the best version of themselves. It's a way of life, to live the lifestyle that you deserve. On the flip side of that, I also manufacture and produce my own protein powders and supplements specific to a women's line health and men's overall health as well. And thank you so much for, I'm so excited to be here with you as always.
Yay. Thank you. And I'm Stacy McPherson, and I'm the co-founder of Happy Life Results. I'm a business coach, and my umbrella company includes coaching and courses and all kinds of material to help people be their best selves. And it's really important when you look for a coach to find a coach that has balance in their life, that has strong relationships, that also takes care of their fitness and health, and then also their financial areas in their lives. And so it's very important to pick a coach who's like that. And that's what I bring to the table. Is I'm a balanced coach, and I can help you succeed in all three areas and not just find one and then thrive in one while you pretty much let your life fall apart in the others. And so I'm just happy today to share my message and be here with you together today. So we'd like to start with Karina. She's going to talk on our topic, motivation.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Motivation is one of my favorite subjects, and I see it as energy. In my personal business and in my personal life. You have to motivate yourself. And what does mean for me, the word motivation, is once you have your bigger why, then you know how to cheer yourself to that destination. That's what motivation is. The fuel, is the engine that takes you to that destination. As entrepreneurs, we have to motivate ourselves every day when we wake up. We don't know what's going to hit us. We don't know what we're going to face every morning or throughout the whole day. But I can tell you something. We know that we're heading, and we know our biggest why we are, what are we doing, and why are we service of whom. In my case, my motivation is my client. I wake up every morning, I say they are waiting for me to help them. I wake up, I learn everything because that's how I add value to my business and to my client. So motivation, it starts within you, knowing what's your biggest why. Why are you doing it? So that's my motivation journey, I would say that. Yeah.
Nice.
That's very nice.
Mm-hmm. You said something so important, Karina, and that's self-motivation for an entrepreneur. We wake up every day, and that's why the entrepreneurial lifestyle is for someone specific. Do you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? So
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's actually the belief. Motivation for me, I define it as the belief system. Once you believe in a bigger why you're doing it, then it comes that energy inside of you, that strength that I call motivation, to push you to the right direction.
Do you have any personal experiences where you've had to do what you're talking about?
Every day, Stacy, every day. You know, my personal experience is every day. I have been an entrepreneur for the last 3 years, and I wake up in the morning. I don't know how things is going to work out, but I know one thing, that it's going to be okay. So I just push through, I align myself, I do all my homework, and I understand the industry that I'm at and what my clients are expecting from me. So that's pretty much my personal experiences every day is executing, delivering. And how I do that is by doing my homework, by surrounding myself by beautiful mind-alike individuals. And that's how it motivates me to be a better person every day. Every day, yeah. So
Fantastic.
it's not a one, for me, it's like motivation equal growth. It's the energy, it's the push, is everything that you have to do it within yourself, because you made the promise to yourself, you're good at what you're going to do, and you're adding value to your client, whichever industry you are. So if that's what you have, then you wake up in the morning because you have responsibilities to deliver that.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Patria, would you like to share?
Yes. You know, I actually, motivation, this is the epitome of my business. So Health for Wealth, I mean, we all have coaches. As entrepreneurs, like you said, we have to get up every day, and we're motivated by giving our clients the best experience, no matter what industry. As far as, you know, motivation and experiences, we're human beings. Even though we wake up self-motivated every day, a lot of people need either a reason, a thing, or someone to motivate them, hence the reason coaching. But we're human beings, and we do have days where you open up your eyes and you're just like, oh, I got to do this. So you really have to push through harder, especially when you have things come out of nowhere and throw you off your track. Now, I know last week, Karina, you talked about scheduling everything in your schedule. I did that this week, and I cannot tell you how many times in
What do you think?
last week, something hindered me from keeping on that schedule, and it could not be helped. So the motivation definitely comes from so many different directions. As for clients, you know, they come to us. Stacy, you know what I'm talking about. They come to you and to me. And actually, I work with Angelina, and she's not all taxes, because she's motivated to teach you about what you're doing within your business on the accounting side of things. So she does this side of coaching as well, along with doing the taxes. So she teaches you as you go along. And I think we all need that, especially as an entrepreneur. You can't just sit here and, you know, have somebody do this aspect of your business and not know about it. So you have to be motivated in so many different perspectives. Now, as a client coming to me, they need someone to motivate them, or they need a reason. They need that end result. And correct me if I'm wrong. We are human. We need a light at the end of the tunnel, or it just seems impossible. So don't you agree? I know that I do. I need a reason. And when a client comes to me, they have that. This is one of the reasons why they start with coaching. That self-doubt, that obsessive voice in your head that creates that self-doubt, and it weighs on you. What happens is you are going to crush yourself into the ground with this tiny little self-doubt that you're going to give up. You're going to throw your hands up, give up, and walk away. Whereas when I speak with someone to work with them, we go over their accomplishments first, because it's so funny how we forget what we've already accomplished. There are so many things and successes in life that you have already had. over 40, you have had so many things in your life, whether it's marriage, family, having a baby, career, college. You've done so many things that are so much harder than making these intentional changes in your life. But when you're stuck, hence the reason for coaching, you're stuck, you need to get that motivation from someone, that wind beneath your wings, if you will, and have that push to move forward. And working together with someone, I'm going to tell you a personal story. For me, I was brought up never to be vulnerable, never need anyone. So in my head, I was always motivating myself, and I could do it. I don't need any help. I don't need this. I don't need therapy. I don't need a coach. I was always in my mind like that until I turned 40, and everything changed for me. And the minute I started opening myself up and realizing that I can learn from someone, then everything changed. You get to know yourself better. You have humility, vulnerability. And then you realize, oh gosh, that's why I didn't have that success with this. So we do need other people to help us motivate and push us through. But as entrepreneurs, every day we have that drive and that want to build our business and make to make our clients' experience the best that it can be. And I know you relate to me for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Thank you.
I just want to add something quickly, ladies. We are all, in general, no matter which industry you are, we are in a people business and a motivation business. They go hand in hand. So it's extremely important. People business, every human being need that reassurance. Why is he doing whatever they're doing? And why do they need your help? That's why they came to you. They need reassurance. So whether you call it reassurance or you call it you're going to motivate them to take that step to help them, it's still the same action. It's all how you're going to name it in a branding wise. So I just wanted to add that. So we all need motivation in a different way.
Very good.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to go last, if it's okay. And Angelina, would you like to go next?
Yeah. I could talk about motivation forever. Like, I get really excited about motivation. You know, especially when you lose it and you find it again. Like, that's the thing, right? Like you say, our clients motivate us. Absolutely, my clients motivate me. But sometimes in our lives, like those external sources or whatever it is that happens to us, it kind of kicks us off our track, and we don't know how to motivate ourselves to be better for our clients, right? And so what I've realized about myself this past year is I'm in more control of my motivation than I have ever thought I would be, especially when, what we're used to and what is always working for us doesn't work anymore. And to really be aware of what I like and what I don't like, and that really comes down to just knowing who you are, right? And saying, if something makes me feel this way, then how do I stop that from happening? I guess is what I'm trying to say. We live our lives and we think that we have to do it the long way and the hard way, and that we have to feel pain, right, in order to deserve it or something. And there's absolutely different things, right, that we have to feel that pain, but there's other things that, that we don't. So I'm really aware of when and I'll make an example. Like I always say, you can make your own moments, right? You can create your own conditions in your own life that makes you optimal, makes you happy, makes you 100% more present in whatever it is that you're doing. So, and I've only learned that this last year, but with our clients, if we're not motivated, that's what we have to keep in mind, right? Like, what's our backup? What is that second thing that we're going to do, in case we can't be in that position for them? So, yeah. Thank you for letting me share.
That's so great. You sounded like you had something that happened in this last year that taught you some of this. Do you want to?
For me, it was before I started coaching. My thing, I had realized, like I used to think that, like, does motivation just fall from the sky? And that's what it used to be before. Like eventually it would just happen and you get kickstarted and you go along in life, and then you lose it, and then you don't know how to find it again, and I had realized, the year before last, so in 2020, that what really motivated me was when I was with my clients. And so when I was feeling unmotivated, I just made sure that I was always in that position to be in front of people and to be having conversations and doing those things. But I also knew that that alone was not sustainable. And, and I found a coach, JT Fox. But to find a coach, right, and to kind of show that vulnerability side of yourself, you have to have trust, right?
Absolutely.
Because we're always having to be on top. We're always having to know what to do. And so had it not been for coaching, I would not have been able to explore and discover myself in that way, to where I really have that strategic plan for myself, right? Mentally, right inside. I always say, like, I could analyze everything in the world around me, but I hit a point or a rock in my life where I couldn't do me. And that's what coaching brought me.
Mhm.
So.
I share
Wow.
exactly the same experience like you, Angelina. I mean, I will always give JT Fox so many how he gets the aha moment, and how, like you were saying, to give someone, we always think we're in control of everything as entrepreneur, but then to trust someone who knows and he's been there to realign you and really broaden your thinking, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, very amazing. Love
Wow,
life.
thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So I'll share last. So also, just like Patria, motivation is something that's very core to my coaching, and also something that I've learned a lot about for myself, because in order to enable your clients to be able to do something, you have to do it yourself. Like it's very core to my philosophy. Like, I'm not going to teach you to do something unless I've really put in the time and done it myself. So I think it's very powerful. So I like to think of motivation a little differently than most people. And it's that if you're sitting here and you feel like you need motivation, for me, motivation is a symptom for a root cause. And so if you think about, if you have a headache, you can take a pain reliever, and that will help you not feel it. But did that solve the reason you got a headache in the first place? Like, you need to really look at the root cause. And in health, more and more people are aware of prevention, and they're also aware of when there's a symptom, let's look and see what's causing the symptom and then solve that. Let's not just keep putting on these pain relievers or these things that just fix the symptom. And so and I love thinking about it in this way, because it's like there's a problem, and when we don't feel motivated, the problem needs to be solved. And I am all for pain relievers. I'm not saying don't take pain relievers, but only take them if you are also addressing the root cause. So I think about this with motivation, and I'm not saying don't do the things that will kind of get you a pep talk and get you feeling better. Don't not do those things. Keep those things in your arsenal, but then also address the root cause. And so the root cause is there is some kind of friction in your belief system about what you're trying to do. If there's no friction, you're a rocket ship. You cannot be stopped. You're just taking off, and you just cannot be stopped because there's no friction. You know what you've got to do, and you just do it, and you're flying forward. But if there's a chance where you're needing motivation, there's probably some kind of conflict in your beliefs about what you're doing. And so I love to give this example, and it's I just sat down to an amazing meal. Like, all of my sisters and I helped create this amazing meal, right? I sit down and all of my comfort foods from home, we're raised with a garden, so most of it's healthy. And I'm so excited to eat that meal, right? Would you say, when I'm sitting there, Stacy, you need some motivation to start eating that food? Of course not. I don't need any motivation. I am there. I am prepared. I am excited. I am 100% focused on eating this meal. So there are things in our lives we do not need any motivation to do, because it's something that's in complete alignment with our directions, and we're running forward. And I've found this in my business time after time after time, where there's something that I am starting to do and there's friction there. there is a conflict in my belief system that says there's a problem here. And instead of just trying to give myself a pep talk and do the things that will help the symptom, which I'm not saying don't do those things, keep doing those things, but also address the root cause. And that's something that I do in my coaching regularly. It's a big part of my coaching is I help people see what that root cause is that's causing friction. And once we address those beliefs and we get them in alignment, then they just take off like a rocket ship. And I'm not kidding. It's like you almost like feel the wind in your face because this person is doing the things that they care about in a very direct and a very effective way. And so it's very exciting. I've actually used this on myself whenever I feel like I have a problem, and also my whole team, and then also my clients. So it's been a fantastic experience. And I want to share one kind of red flag for you guys. So if you're sitting there at your desk and you're like, okay, I have all this stuff to do and I just don't feel motivated. One of the things you can look at is you can ask yourself, am I thinking more about the journey or the outcome? And a lot of times we're outcome oriented. We're like, I just want this end result. And anything that is in the way of that end result is bad. Like any problem, any steps, anything that we need to do that stands between me and that end result is bad. So instead, just realizing that your perspective of wanting the outcome and not the process can give you that friction. And so it's super exciting when you stop looking for happiness in the result. You realize that there is a good feeling, and the feeling that you feel when you feel motivated, that can be with you all along the way. And it doesn't have to just like be there when you get the end result. So for example, for my personal life, I was helping my children start a new business. So I'm a homeschool parent. Right now, my kids are in school full time, but for the last few years, I've been homeschooling. And one of the core things for homeschooling was I had each of my children start their own business. And so we are a family of entrepreneurs, and two of my children started an affiliate marketing business. Thank you. So they did videos, and they had these companies that they would drive traffic to, and they were all online platforms. So things like Kajabi and things that help people, entrepreneurs, build their business. So it was something we were all passionate about and something that was important to us. And so our children were doing this, and there was a point where there was some friction, and we sat down as a family and we said, what's wrong here? Why aren't we just running forward? Why aren't we getting the results that we want? It was almost like we were doing all of the steps. We were working 8 hours a day. We were together. We were supporting each other, but we weren't getting the results we wanted. And so what we did was he said, is there any core issue? And guess what the core issue was? Some of my kids felt like they would be a bad person if they asked for money for their services. Isn't that amazing?
That's cute, actually.
Yeah, and once I
That's
cannot
funny.
tell you the difference. Like when we solved that, then they were like, it was like we joked that it was like they were in a car with their foot on the gas, pushing that gas, but they hadn't turned the key in the ignition yet.
Oh my gosh.
And
They didn't own it.
amazing. Yeah, so once you take that key and turn it and then push on the gas, there's no stopping them. And so then they were able to get account after account and get residual income through their affiliate marketing business. And it was phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what though? You approached it so well, because it's like, if you wouldn't have had that meeting, just let them speak and what really was on their mind. So yeah, I think what you do with your family, and you've told me stuff in the past, I think is phenomenal, Stacey. It really is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sometimes
I'm so
it's just
happy
those simple tweaks,
there.
right? Just
Go
a
ahead.
simple tweak. Sometimes it's just a simple tweak.
Yeah. Yes. Just to unlock you. And then you got that key turned in your ignition and you're running. So yes, it's exciting. Well, I just want to thank you all for joining us. And it's been a phenomenal experience to share this and to be able to share all of our wisdom with you. So thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.